Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Talk About It Tuesday. We're in the book of Psalm 139. Yesterday we talked about how God knows you personally. He knows everything about you. He created you. In the midst of all that, knowing everything about you and knowing even the words that come out of your mouth, even before you speak them, He knows the motives behind our actions. He knows everything, and yet He chooses to love us. Yet He chooses to have a plan and a purpose for our lives. And so today we're going to talk about, can we be too far from His grace? Can we be too far from His love? We discovered this past month on Sunday mornings at Shrewsbury Assembly, we just finished our series on the book of Jonah, that how God is a God of second, third, fourth, 700th chances. The whole book of Jonah is discovering the depths of God's grace here. And this is what Psalm 139, what David says here in Psalm 139. We'll be reading verses 7 through 12. Let's see here. Can we be too far from God's grace? Where can I go from your spirit? Verse 7 says, where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. And maybe you heard that phrase, you made your bed, now you got to go lie in it. Meaning that, hey, you made really poor choices. Now you got to live up to the consequences. Now you got to own up to that. But regardless of what you have done or haven't done, God is there. He's there. You are there. Verse 9, if I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me and the light become night around me. Maybe you've been there. You don't want your sin to be revealed. You've been trying to hide it from people for a long, long time. But listen to verse 12. Even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. So we may be able to fool a few people around us. We may be able to, make our bed in the depths, but then pretend like we're in the light and everything is fine. There is no hiding from God. There is no running too far from Him. So that's like maybe a double-edged sword. Maybe it's a good thing that we can never be too far from God's grace, but maybe you feel like it's a negative because it's like you want to deceive God, you want to hide from God, but here's the thing: there is no hiding from God. We can't be too far from His grace, from His love, from His redemptive power on our lives. And so let that be a motivation. Let that be an encouragement to you. And this is what I want all of us to do. Those of you who are listening, watching this is the challenge for every single one of us, is to find somebody. You probably know somebody personally. Maybe it's a friend, a coworker, a family member, a neighbor, that they have made their bed in the depths. They've really made some poor choices, and maybe they're at their wits' end. They're seeking and they're searching. They're depressed. They're living in fear. Their anxiety is up the roof. Whatever it may be, I want you to encourage them. I want you to find them. I want you to call them. I want you to have a face-to-face, a phone call, whatever it may be. Do something today and encourage them. Encourage them with these verses. Psalm 139, verses 7 through 12, that you, regardless of what choices they made or didn't make, they can be healed. They can be, if their sin is revealed to the Lord, allow their sin to be revealed by the light of God and allow healing to happen. Take some time to pray for that person, whether that is your best friend, whether that is a friend, acquaintance, maybe it's an enemy of yours. It doesn't matter who they are. They are loved by God, and God has a plan and a purpose for them, just like He has a plan and purpose for your life. And so take that as a challenge. Take that as a motivation to find somebody, call somebody, and encourage them with these scriptures right here. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.